Oh my God. I think it finally worked. About damn time. Mommy, there's an animal on the screen. I think it's Dr. Zayas. Sorry about that, folks. I was trying to come on with Streamland OBS, and it was not cooperating. Then I go to come on YouTube. It's not cooperating. What a crock of shit. I'm not kidding. It's one of the perils of a new system, I guess. I'm going to have to dig in, find out what's going on with the settings like that. And the funniest part is Streamlabs already has my channel set in, but it won't let me change any of the variables, so to speak. So it's trying, I think, log in on the old password, and it's not working. That's right, I'm playing hooky. Don't worry, I'm in my pants. This is one of them days where, you wake up, you didn't sleep too well. Like I told you, I've been trying to get set up for Fallout Fridays, and Streamlands is just, normally it's the most easiest program in the world to work with, and it's been just an absolute terror. So we'll spend a few minutes today having a little yammer, because like I said, I just didn't feel like going in. I'm kind of depressed about the strike. Just a little. I'm so lonely. So lonely. Okay, I'll probably get copyright struck. Well, yeah, we are getting a new trailer September 23rd. Now, from what I've been reading, armpit hurt. From what I've been reading, though, apparently they were supposed to be a bit more in the series trailer that was at the end of Power of the Doctor, and RTD and the gang decided to remove some of it and leave it down to the bare bones like they did. So there's a lot more going on that, yeah, of course, we don't know about, and it was supposed to be in that trailer. Yeah, of course, people are like, why don't I jump on all these things anymore? I said, because I don't know. It's just everyone's so excited. RTD's back. He's going to ride in, and he's going to save the day. And I'm just hoping that they're not setting the bar so high that it's never going to be as good as what they think it should be. So, all right, Miriam Margolyes is another lesbian actor. It doesn't matter to me. If they can act, they can act. I don't care if they're gay, bisexual, transsexual, or have sex with astronauts from planet Zugahe. As long as they can act, do their job, I don't care. So, I might have to use that planet name now, Zugahe. Zugahe. It just popped into my head. Sometimes that happens. People are always like, where do you get all these weird race and planet names? They just pop into your head. Okay, Trinity Wells. Was that, I'm trying to think of who that is. Oh, the reporter. The problem is a lot of this stuff, be very careful, because remember, there's a lot of stuff being thrown around by the Sun. There's a lot of stuff being thrown around on 4chan, Reddit, and all these back channels. The problem is you got a bunch of these guys who are just sitting there going, I'm going to troll me some Hodians. This way I can go off and I might actually get the half mass so I can masturbate. I'm not kidding. Some of these guys, trolls on the internet, the closest thing they've had to sex is when they've had their, one of their kidney or their little zits popped at the acne doctor. So Ugh. Or when the doctor told him to say cough. You know what I'm saying? And that's about as close as they get. You're back in college. Be thankful you're going to college. Especially over there. You don't have to pay for uni, do you? In America, by the time you're done with college, you better hope you're a brain surgeon because you're going to be doing that for about 10 years before you see a profit. I'm not kidding you. What they charge for even community college over here, it's freaking bonkers. What happened? Speak up, domestic. I know your voice is not as superior as the male's.
Oh, kiss my butt. When you're done with college here, you're paying for it the rest of your life. There's no profit in it afterwards.
Like I said, unless you became like a mega nuclear physicist or a brain surgeon, and even then you're paying for it for at least, you're going to be in there at least 2 decades before you see get above the red line.
Here you're better off if you go into a trade school or something.
Yep, trade school is your best bet. Yeah, I agree with you. In the U.S. now.
Mark's complaining he wants a Lady G cameo.
So, we don't always get what we want. In the words of the ever wise Jagger.
Hi, I'm here.
Hey, this is the Dr. Freedom Show.
Oh.
Go start your own, like I've been telling you.
I don't have time and I don't know how to work my computer yet.
Do some cleaning tips. Show them how to cook.
Kiss my ass.
Oh, goodness. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. Here in America, like I said, you got it pretty soon. I won't be the least bit surprised if you have to take out a college loan just to go to elementary school. By the time these guys are done, you're going to have to sell your soul just to go to kindergarten. Okay, it's getting that bad. Make me a cat food sandwich. Sorry, no. She would never make me a cat food sandwich because that would be taking food away from. What? No, but you'd never do that because I'd be taking food from Owie. Oh, I thought you said. Oh, okay. Now I know you said. All right. 3,000 pounds a year? Trust me, you don't want to know how much it is a year here in the U.S. now. It's freaking bonkers. Oh. Why do you think these kids are out there committing train robberies and bank robberies? Because they're just trying to get money to go to college. Oh. But yeah, I'm supposed to be excited. There's a trailer coming up this weekend. Yeah, scholarships are a way to go to college. Very true, but not everybody can score a scholarship. To me, like I said, I know people are going to throw a fit because I said this. Athletic scholarships shouldn't exist. The whole point of going to college is to learn, not to be, play football or basketball. I don't have anything against athletics, even though you can have yourself, none of them will be as superior as me. Look at it. But it's your last year at college and you have to write a thesis. Write it on me. Guaranteed A. Tell them, hey, I want to be just like Dr. Freedom when I grow up. Where the hell did that come from? I'm just depressing. I can't do that to anybody. Oh, man. My life sucks. Oh, well. I got over it. All right, next. I saw that too. She is such a talentless actress. David Tennant has scored more roles than any other doctor since Doctor Who. Really? And how long a time? Let's rack up how many Jodie's had just in the last couple of years. Like I said, somebody, and I want to thank you all who sent me. Sorry, I just whistled with my teeth. That's another reason I'm hoping this strike thing's over. I am going to the fucking. Oh, there went my monetization. There I'm going to the frickin' dentist. And I am getting this fixed. You'll probably take one look at my x-ray and go, because me and dentists don't get along. All right. I want to thank all of you who got me the copies of the URL and all that for the article from Deadline. And I remember, if I remember right, it wasn't just Deadline who was putting this out. It was like Radio Times and a bunch of others. And then all of a sudden, poof, it disappeared. Well, fortunately, I've only ever had one tooth removed. You know, yanked out, so to speak. Yeah, I saw. I agree with you. I did see that episode of Black Mirror with Jodie Whittaker in it. And she's a brilliant actress. Sure, not all the scripts were good, but you see, that's the problem. You try to do something different, they bitch. You do something the same, they bitch. Murray Gold's going to be doing all the music. It's going to be like magical flurry rainbows going into my ears and poofing out my eyes. Oh, goodness gracious. One of the things I kept hearing, people were even bitching about Murray Gold back then. His music has gotten repetitive and it is tiring. And so they brought in a new composer. All right, what news have I... oh, hang on. I haven't been on Twitter yet, really, this morning. I just took a quick glance. What am I looking for, Fraser? The only thing I saw today was a post from Janet Fielding talking about the season 20 box set. Or there's a 13th Doctor graphic novel from Doctor Who Magazine comic, and it's called The White Dragon. It appears to be early have Bruce Lee in it. Now there's a figure. Okay, let me double check. Or maybe I missed it because I don't trust this damn thing evermore ever since it became X. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, I'm getting caught up here. Fans are arguing about where the Bad Wolf logo will appear. Are you kidding me? I'm just happy somebody's in there. I'm glad that Julie Gardner and all that's back involved. Okay, sorry about it. It's just I have this thing set, and sometimes I can just barely see the notifier. But I did it because it's better on my vision. This weird contrast setup. Well, apparently, yeah, from what I'm reading, the energy of the new theme seems to be really catching, especially up there. Well, like I said, my main worry is everybody's going to set the bar so high that not even, Superman could jump over it. And I've seen it done, I don't know how many times in the last few seasons. People see a clip of something and they go, they're doing this. And then they weren't. So It's just I've recently been, talking to folks and all that who like, really dump on Segan Akinola, and I'm like, I didn't have any problem with Segan Akinola's music. It didn't. His incidental music was not bad, and all that. It's just once again they set the bar so high in their minds they don't want to accept anything else. Has anyone from Doctor Who series ever won the British BAFTA awards for anything in Doctor Who series? Probably, and I just can't remember it. I'd have to really dig to find that out. Jennifer Aniston, I don't know. She's okay, but like I said, I was never a big fan of Friends or anything like that. Reese Witherspoon, good actress. I'll have to say that much. Like I said, I've never met Steve Martin, so I couldn't sit there and tell you whether the guy is decent or not. And I do not know Miriam Margolyes personally, so I couldn't tell you anything about her either. I don't care, like I said, if an actor is gay, lesbian, straight, or decides that dandelions are their best friend, as long as they can act. Reese Witherspoon. What? Give me a minute. It's coming. Am I going to have to Google this? She was in Walk the Line, all right? So I love that movie. I thought, I love it when a movie doesn't, portray the central character, as being, well, what? What the hell's Ho Sweet Ho? Okay, she did. All right, I thought she did. Like I said, it's just been a while since I've seen the movie, but I thought it was.
She was also played the lead in Legally Blonde.
Who cares?
Oh, bite me. You better get over this crabbiness. I'm going to slap that last hair up top of your head.
You're in the man cave now. Your opinion doesn't matter.
In the doorway, so bite me.
Well, you're in the doorway of the kingdom. Get out of here.
Why do I want to go in there? You don't clean it.
Yeah, calm down. You've never had it so good. Here's the thing, Will, Clara. People have been running around saying that Clara's mom's even going to appear in the 60th, and now they're saying, does that mean Clara's going to be there? Don't. If she's there, she's there. Okay. There's been no talks of it. I don't think Jenna Coleman would appear. Come on, like I said, they had to get her to do a green screen appearance for the last episode of Capaldi's era. Well, that's because she was busy as hell at that time. Not anymore. Well, then again, yeah, she's been doing some stuff. I'm just kidding. I saw something about, that Audible series. And guess what they're naming it? Slayers. Oh, there's going to be talks. Guys, I hope they realize this, but there's an anime named Slayers that has had the name for years. And I have an eerie feeling there's going to be a knock on your door from the guys over there at Pioneer. Because that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, no, they're not going to let this pass. Sooner or later, they're going to get a knock on the door. Okay, there's one called Slayers I saw that's going to have Charisma Carpenter in it. I don't know if it's the same thing or not. Maybe it is Spike then. Okay, Spike. Oh, I don't know. You might get a knock from Spike Lee. Remember Spike Lee, big time movie director whose movies suck? I'm not kidding. I tried. I don't get why they call this guy a genius. I've watched just all his movies, and I'm like, one of his first movies, I was like, I'm sorry, it is. Well, like I said, maybe if she's popped them out on audio, I'll listen to them. Like I said, a lot of things I listen to you wouldn't believe. So I fell asleep at my wedding. No, I didn't. I'm just kidding. Will there ever be a short series about Gallifrey? Now, if you're talking audio, there already has been one. Big Finish did a whole series called Gallifrey. But TV, no. I highly doubt it. It's just Gallifrey is not that big a deal. Um, the audio series was okay. It had Lala Ward in it. It had Louise Jameson in it. A bunch of other familiar names. And, of course, she has K9 Mark 1 with her. And it's more political than anything. But like I said, it was still a good series to listen to. Other names and faces do pop in there from time to time. And it was an interesting series to listen to. So if you can, go to Big Finish, pick up Gallifrey. Matter of fact, Mary Tam does make an appearance. I'm not going to tell you how, but it was in the time before she passed and she recorded these. Matter of fact, she did a few Big Finish audios before she passed. Oh, he did finally debunk it, Trekipedia? Good. I kind of felt bad for I've listened. If you get a chance, also look up the hang on, accessing hard drive. Look up the autobiography called First Generation. That was Mary Tam's autobiography. She even narrated it for the audiobook. And it was a very good listen. It talks about various movies she worked on, and I felt bad for what happened in. She did a movie called, give me a minute, hard drive accessing. Beep, 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 beep. Why is my hard drive accessing in Morse code? Because it's that freaking old. She was in a movie, I believe it was called Tales That Witness Madness. And she has to do a nude scene, which she was really, really anxious about to begin with. There's pictures of that everywhere, by the way, if you look. You naughty little bastards. And the next thing you know, oh great, I whistled again. Like I said, I got to get this gap fixed in my teeth. And just she's getting ready to shoot the scene, all of a sudden, flash, flash. It turns out it had been written somewhere backwards in Mandarin Chinese or whatever in her agreement that they were allowed to have this guy got to put in so that he could come in and take pictures. And she could, I guess this was before she had an agent. I think that was one of the reasons she said, that's it, from now on, I'm going to an agent. Okay, so RTD had to debunk the timeless child rumors about him, ridiculous, and you tell you, well, like I said, I don't know RTD personally, but one of the things I do know for a fact is that him and Chibnall have been friends for years. I do know for a fact he was really pissed off when Moffat decided to resurrect Gallifrey, because he had Gallifrey out of the story for a reason. The Time Lords are boring. With the exception of a very few, they are boring as hell. And why would you want to go around with the Time Lord, having to worry about the Time Lords like a dead goose hanging around your neck? And he was not happy about how he undid the quote unquote Time War ending and all that. But they did eventually get over it. They're not like throwing, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, ads are put in. I forgot about those freaking ads. YouTube does it now automatically. So I'm sorry if you all got an ad. Not much I can do about it. It's their way of making money off my nudeness. Don't worry, I'm not nude. I'm just kidding. I'm actually in my pajama pants. I was going to throw on a shirt, You know a quick way to get rid of ads? Oh, great. I'm going to probably get demonetized for this one. uBlocker or ad blocker. And it works. Try it. You have to fight with YouTube every now and then, but it's just a minor refresh, and then boom, no ads. Of course, now the CIA has already called the guys at YouTube and said he's screwing with you, man. Oh crap. Okay, sorry about that. You're watching on your smart TV. Oh, which means what size screen do you have there, Jamie? I have a 32-inch TV on the monitor here in my room, which is great for playing Fallout. But like I said, now I got to figure out why the hell Streamland is not letting me change the settings. Oh, 65 inch. I'm like, yeah. The crystal has hidden death. Oh, don't worry. I just got out of the shower a few minutes ago. Thank God they don't have a smell sensor on them buggers. You could probably see every hair on my manly chest. Oh my God. You guys are watching me on large, high-res TVs? Oh God, I hope I don't accidentally flash a nipple. There would definitely go in my monetization. Maybe I'll do a little strip tease for you later. No, that you have to go to OnlyFans for that. No, I do not have an OnlyFans page. Sorry. Well, I can't believe I've been at this for nearly a half hour. But let me read this to you real quick while I'm here. I was going to show you this article. I'll have to put a link for it on the screen. This was on Screen Time about 2 weeks ago, and I've been reading this one on and off. The decomposition of Rotten Tomatoes, the most overrated metric in movies, is erratic, reductive, and easily hacked, and yet has Hollywood in its grip. I'm not kidding. It is a very gripping read about how Rotten Tomatoes actually works. Yes, if you want to see the full uncensored version, me and a G string, go to my Patreon page. My non-existent Patreon page, which is right next to my non-existent full-size Dalek collection. Yep, Ming Na Wen. The reason why I remember her birthday is she is exactly 3 days older than Doctor Who. She was born November 20th, November 20th, 1963. 2 days before Kennedy was assassinated and 3 days for the premiere of Doctor Who, which I always found to be fascinating. Well, someone once said, maybe you should get a full-size Dalek. And I'm like, I couldn't get it to the doorways in here. And it's like, where would I put the damn thing? I'm not kidding. It's just, I don't want to put anything out in the back garage like that. Them things cost thousands of dollars a piece, even when you get a hold of one or build one. It'll cost you $1,000 for a freaking resin statue of Deadpool, for crying out loud. I want a full-size resin statue of Jodie so I can give it cuddles. Nice platonic cuddles. She was adorable when I met her in person, by the way. But like I said, I got to talk to her for all of 10 seconds. We basically each got to say one phrase to each other, and that was about it, because there's like a billion people in line. Yeah, she's so unpopular. She's so hated that just all of her stuff for that one day sold out. She's so horrible. Or could his brain have been removed and he's Jarvis from the Avengers? Dun, dun, dun. Nah, the Dalek couldn't cook as good as Lady G. I couldn't do that to her. Oh crap! Thank goodness. I thought, great. Am I finally losing the feeling in my feet? It's like, no. There's a piece of a plastic from something on the floor. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Ugh. Yeah, Tolo's had a lot of like great movies. I believe she was in charge of Tank Girl and all that. And I still like watching that one every now and then. Yeah, that's probably where it was. Yeah, Linda Hamilton, I heard, is very kind person as well. Like I said, I've only had 99% of the celebrities I've met are just there to, they want to appreciate and show their appreciation to the fans who are out there. And then you got that 1% that are total douches. And they know who they are. Like I said, it's all, but I've never encountered one like I died laughing when I found out there were actually people out there. And remember, this was years before COVID hit. Years before COVID hit. That were paying hundreds of dollars to have their picture taken with Advil Lavigne. And yes, I know her name is Avril, but I call her Advil because her squiny music gives me a headache. Advil Lavigne. And you couldn't go within like 4 or 5 feet of her. They literally, it was a wide frame shot, and you weren't allowed within like 4 or 5 feet of her. People literally had to Photoshop the photos when they got home to make it look like they were even near. And to me, that just arrogance out the ass. Come on, even Lady Gaga, one time she made an appearance at this place, and one of the things I remember, I'm not a huge fan of her music and all that or anything like that, but she walked up to this homeless guy when she was out there at this appearance, and I don't know if he asked her for a picture or what happened, but she just walked right up and threw her arms around him. And the guy said, "You shouldn't do that." And she's like, "Well, why?" And he goes, "Because I smell." And she goes, "That's okay. I smell too." And then snapped the photo with him. She wasn't asked to do it. She just went right up. That, to me, that's a human being. Okay, hang on a second. Let me see what everybody's talking about. Thari's and the Confused Data posted a video together yesterday. Okay, well, that's good for them. Okay. Keanu Reeves, like I said, I cannot find a greater human being as far as actor goes because she couldn't be replaced in the Nightmare sequel, and that everyone's contracts ran out, so no one else could do it again. And when Jackie Earle Haley wanted to do it, what are we talking about? Yeah, and sadly, yeah, Justin Bieber became an arrogant prick. I'm sorry, everything I've seen. Rooney Mara, who is that? Oh, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake was garbage. Freddy went from being a child killer to a child molester. Like, okay. I barely made it 3/4, I think, of the way through that movie before I got up and left. And I think the only reason I made it that far is because I'm a big fan of Clancy Brown. Don't bother with Gina. Watched the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie, and she's shall we say, an aficionado of horror movies. It sucked dogs. It saw rotten dog shit. It really sucked eggs. She did not like it at all. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I thought was a beautiful send-off. It was... Well, nobody wanted it. I'm trying to... Wait a minute. Yeah, nobody wanted a sequel to that movie. It sucked ass. The Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I don't know what they were thinking. It was not a huge box office success that I remember. It was freaking terrible. Freddy touched us a lot when we were kids. Now he's going to hack us up with knives. Now, it's bad enough when you hear about something like that going on, but that's not what Freddy Krueger was. Freddy Krueger was a murderer. He was an evil bastard, but he was not Chester the Molester. Ugh. All right, the sequel to what? Nightmare? How? It sucked. Well, let me see what pans out. Like I said, I am off this Saturday, so there will be no parking lot that day. Plus, I'll have the day available. Maybe if I can swing it, we'll have a couple of guests on with us. That's if, Streamlabs, I think, is still working. I got to go check it. I haven't logged into it yet. Meanwhile, I got to go find out what the hell Streamlabs is doing. StreamYard seems to still be should be an option. There are some folks with the Omega files. Like I said, most of them were up for it, and there was a couple who weren't kind of comfortable with it. And I said, guys, look, we can't keep recording it, throwing it on later. I want to catch the actual live reaction to right off the bat, right from the hip. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, it was based off. Some of it was based off Ed Gein. Ed Gein. There's a twisted pretzel. There was that other guy that was running around for a while too. J.J. Holmes, I want to say. Not J. Jonah Jameson. We're talking. That guy was a twisted dude. I've seen a few Hitchcock picks. I'm not a major fan of his, but like I said, I think I've seen North by Northwest, Vertigo, Psycho, of course. But like I said, The Birds, like I said, that's a good scare. But like I said, I haven't seen everything he's done. I prefer High Anxiety by Mel Brooks. No. Well, take care, everybody. I'm getting out of here because I'm going to go fight with Streamlabs, find out what it's doing and what it's doing wrong, because I wanted to use it to do the Fallout Fridays. If not, I'm going to have to probably try to find another decent platform. And it's sad too, because it usually doesn't fail me, but there's some weird technical crap going on now that I'm on a new system. Please, everyone, be kind, be calm, be safe. If you want me to put a shirt on, you're going to have to do a whole lot of super chats. Or otherwise, I'll start appearing naked. I'm the anti-stripper. All right, be kind, be calm, be safe, everyone. Please enjoy the rest of your day. See you all on the flip side. I am out of here. Beware the armpit hair of Dr. Freedom. It is lethal. Take care, everybody. And I think I can hit the right button.